Hey guys. So, I've had my feet up for like 2 days. I need my hair cut badly, but I don't want to spend the money to do it. Anyway, I decided to work 6 days a week. By the way, Wednesday was my day off, and I get a phone call telling me I'm supposed to be there. Thank God I took a picture of the schedule. Anyway, tomorrow's my Monday, so I'll be taking one day off a week after this because gotta save money. And it does put you in a different tax bracket though when you make good money because they tax the hell. It's like I worked that 14-day stretch, and I was so pissed at the taxes they took out. I was just like, oh my God. One of those days didn't even, more than one, didn't even really count. It was like, you serious? So, anyway, got screwed over by a girl at work, Kiana, who I went out of my way for an hour and a half every day to pick up. Anyway, my kid got sick and went into the hospital, and I had to call out. Well, every day after that, I worked and would go to the hospital after work and then drive back early in the morning and go to work every day, every day. Well, only had Wednesday off, and she said, "Hey, Peter said that if you take my day and work it, we'll take that point off." And I hardly have any points, but I don't want any. So I said, okay, which I probably shouldn't have. So ended up, Peter said he never said that. So she didn't get a point, but I did, and worked for her. But anyway, so I think she did it on purpose. And that really sucks after you do so much for someone. But it's not going to stop me from doing things for people. I've given Sabrina a ride many times, went and got her kids from daycare, and I have a hard time saying no to people who need help. And she's not going to stop me from doing that by totally screwing me over. Anyway, I did tell her off about not giving me any gas money and yada yada. And she gave me $90. So normally I would say no, that's okay. Just want you to know that that hurt my feelings, and I wouldn't even took the money, but for the first time I think I said thank you. I kept it. And I don't know if I was wrong for doing that, but it was weeks and weeks and weeks of 2 hours a day driving to get her, take her to work, picking her up. Even like one day she got sick and she called me, and I was at a friend's house, and I stopped everything I was doing to drive 35 minutes to go get her and take her home. And the drama, I'm already depressed. You guys know that. I'm like manic, like you never know what you're going to get with me every day. And anyway, 2 days off, cooped up in here. I did go to the gym yesterday and today, work off some of this pissed offness, but really did some exercises on my legs. And I rest them too, but I don't want to just set them up for 2 days and not do nothing. That's going to not help. So I have a trainer, and well, not really a trainer. It's different with Planet Fitness. I went to my doctor and he wrote me out, wrote out everything they needed to put a plan for me. And so that's what I did. And I mean, I've lost so much weight. I mean, I don't get on scales, but when I can look down and my stomach is flat, and it's easier to get up and down all day, and you can feel it. but I still have problems with my legs. I'm always going to. It's so I ripped a tendon in the back of my right knee. So I was really trying to work that out too. Anyway, it was stupid to even go to the hospital for, but because I can't take painkiller, I can't. I can take ibuprofen and that's it. And I'm very funny about taking pills. So because we all know I'm an addict, and I almost said was, but am, always will be. So stopping the pills lately, I think, has made me even more depressed. But it's crazy how the weight's dropping off too by just stopping the pills. And more clarity though, and I don't want that because I'd rather pretend everything's okay and just be fucked up, basically. Let's be real, I'd rather be fucked up and high and happy with blah blah blah, skipping around cleaning toilets and living in my car. And when you're sober, you're like, you fucked your life. You're living in a car, you're depressed, you miss your husband, you miss your kids, you miss your home, you can't even get on Facebook because a memory just triggers you. And I mean, I can go back and tell you what I cooked for dinner on those great nights, but it kills me, so I don't get on Facebook anymore. I mean, I'll click on it, but in my notifications, if it ever says memory, I don't look. And basically, I'll just go on the news feed and scroll down, but sometimes it'll get you. It'll just knock the wind out of you. You'll see a picture 8 years ago, and it's like, why? So I think it's good that I stay off of social media. Just post my life, and I could just see my ex-family, and I hate even saying that, but they're like, oh, look how shitty her life is, and look at her, she's so stupid for putting it out there. But I don't care. You can look at how shitty my life is and whatever, but this helps me. If one person watches, it helps me. If I could do this or if I could do that, I would do a million things differently. But I didn't, and this is where I am. But I'm working on it. Don't throw stones, especially with all those pretty little glass things you have, because you never know. And sometimes it's there. Like, there are things I could have said, I could have blown out of the water. I could have blown so many people out of the water and being vengeful, but I didn't. I'm not. That's like with a friend of mine, I told you she called Hard Rock and said I was doing drugs. And of course I was drug tested and I passed. And she called again and they were going to press charges on her. And it's a reservation, so the laws are kind of different. But like, her husband's on parole, they sell weed, all this shit. So I could have easily done that. But I'm not going to fuck somebody's life. And I like her husband. Poor thing. But anyway, I'm going to go meet my friend Lori and hang out with her for a little bit and then go to sleep because I got a long week ahead of me of the Black Mirror, on Netflix, the Black Mirror. I am literally one of those episodes. I literally am. All right, guys. Well, I will check in whenever I check in. Sometimes I'm too embarrassed to be on here, even though I do it. But another thing that I wanted to say, and doing it now is hard. I don't like to look at myself. I don't like to look at myself when I film. I don't like to look at myself in the mirror. I don't like my shadow. I don't like it. And I don't know what it is, but I'm in counseling, so I'm thinking about bringing that up. But it's embarrassing, even though it's counseling. It's like, Anyway, be thankful for everything you have. And if you don't like your life, change it. Peace.